For ideas and inspirations to be meaningful, you must change. For things to change, you have to change. In my mind, I was hoping that the government would change, that prices of things will drop. 30 years later, the government has not changed. Prices of almost every commodity has gone up, and things look really bad. But in the last 30 years with the same president, very few changes in both domestic and foreign policy. We have had rich people and poor folks in the same economy. And when the president steps down, we will still have rich people and poor folks as well. Nothing will change, that I guarantee. You will not get up in the morning, we have a new president, and have 2 million in your bank account just because another man came to power. For 30 years, we have looked at the presidency with disdain, horror, with unimaginable levels of anger. Well, if we only paused long enough each time we stood before a mirror, we will have discovered that the real problem for the last 30 years stood staring at us right in the face. You have been your own problem for the past 30 years, not the government. The government is not responsible for wealth creation. Actually, they do not have the capacity to create wealth. Whether it's the United States federal government or any other government, they can't just get things right. Wealth creation is reserved in the hands of the private sector, the small business owner with an idea, transforming it into meaningful activity. And there comes the beginning of an entrepreneur with multiple locations and plenty of employees working for him. That is what builds the economy, not the government. The only economic role the government is responsible for is creating an environment for small businesses and foreign investors to flourish. Your income is primarily determined by your philosophy, not the economy. And here is the philosophy. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. It is not something you pursue, but something you attract. Life, just like the weather, is in seasons. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. Now, if you learn how to change yourself, you can live an extraordinary life. For you to climb the economic ladder, this is what you must do. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work harder on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work harder on yourself, you can make a fortune. And I love the way my mentor puts it. He adds a descriptive to it. He calls it super fine. Take charge of your life.
For more personal development and financial empowerment talks by Stanley Fongod, call 72797125. That is 72797125. Or write him at stanleyfongod@gmail.com or visit www.stanleyfongod1.com. Revive your life today.